Alright, what's up YouTube? It's your boy RoboPanda15 here, bringing you a breakdown video, showing you guys just what goes down when I play Rainbow Six Siege here. And we're starting off here with Rook. We're already a round even with the with the blue team. So I pick up Rook here. We got a pretty decent roster, kind of heavy on the side there. But you'll see when we get the objective that we get for secure area. Now this is casual gameplay, nothing really that special about it. And there's not much really to it, aside from it being very casual gameplay. I just repeated myself twice, I know. This is actually the first time in a long time that I've actually sat down and done a commentary. I'm using SHAREfactory now, so let's see how well the quality is not going to be as well as it would be with my editing software on my PC, but I got to make do right now. So starting off here in the defensive round, Danmar and I decided to barricade up the back, and we have a little harassment from the drones there. And I decided I'm going to be the pinpoint defender. I don't use any deployable shields at all, simply because Blackbeard is a thing now. And Blackbeard can instantly become invincible if you have a deployable shield on your side. And I decided I'm going to defend the objective area. So I put down my barbed wire kind of in a spot where if they step into it, they'll be in my crosshairs and they won't be able to move out of it very well. So it's kind of in an exposed area. Now the round started, and I'm going to barricade this window, but I see something out of the corner of my eye on the scaffolding there, and yep, I can see a Gloz. I think he takes a shot at me there, so I backed up. And now I'm testing here on the spot in the boardroom, seeing if I can see Gloz, and I think he went down the ladder there, but I didn't see that, so I think all I saw was him moving, so I thought he was still on the scaffolding. But luckily he can't really see me very well unless I move more towards him. And now we wait. You can kind of hear him coming up on the wing side right now. And we're just kind of waiting for him to come in. We haven't ID'd any enemies. We don't have any good camera locations here. So we're just waiting and seeing what's going to happen now. There you go. There's the first ID on Gloz there. You can hear them breach right now. And they'll be coming up in just a second here. Blackbeard's been identified. And I'm going to start hearing his gunfire now, so you're going to see me actually close up this corner. You can see that little blue box there that I'm trying to peek over. If Blackbeard gets on that, I'm not going to be able to do much to defend myself, because he will be practically invincible from that location. So I don't want to expose myself to him as much. I want to get him in that corner of him trying to get from the blue box to the couch, where I can light him up from there, from the chest, and drift up to the head. They have a blitz moving with Blackbeard. It's a really OP combination. And that's actually banned in ESL, believe it or not. So they're throwing smoke, and I can hear Blitz moving up, and I hear him hitting the barbed wire here. So I'm going to try to peek out, and I do get the headshot on him through the smoke. That honestly was a lucky shot. Blackbeard's starting to blind fire through, so I back up and get down behind the cover. And they pick up two more. They throw a nitro cell here. And kaboom, two-piece. Danmar, really happy about that one. So going into the next round here, you're gonna see that that I pick up the Blackbeard pick here, and you're about to see some ridiculous shit go down near the end here. We decided to play it kind of passive. We're picking up a Gloz and a Blackbeard that kind of do the same sort of role. You want them sitting in the backfield a little bit, pushing up when they need to. Blackbeard can, of course, be a lot more aggressive at that. But we do have a shield user and two shotgunners, being Thatcher and the recruit there. Excuse me if you hear me cough or clear my throat. I'm still got a really scratchy throat lately. But my drone spawns front of the plane, so I'm going to bring it down, and I believe I keep thinking I'm hearing them at the front second floor of the plane, so I go check that location real quick. Unfortunately, they're not there. Now I've confirmed that they are now on the first floor of the plane, and I'm going to go park my drone in an area where it can overlook an exfil from an infiltration. My bad, wrong choice. Bad wrong choice? Bad word choice there. An infiltration from this point. However, we decided to go from the back of the plane in the cargo hold instead of the front entrance of the cargo. And here we go. So yeah, I spawned in as Blackbeard here. I decided against going down the stairs, as Blackbeard is better on the same level as the opponent, whereas if he did have height advantage on the opponent, his legs and lower body would be exposed. I don't know why I said bottom body. So we bust open the door with a shotgun. One of our teammates goes down to their smoke, which we've identified there. And then Nitro Cell comes in, knocks out our shield guy, finishes him off. Danmar pushes in. I'm trying not to push in too much because I do hold a little bit of a vital aspect on the team. Cleans up the kill on smoke, gets him out. I check the corner real quick to make sure there's nobody there. And Glaz is going to take position at top here, kind of peek in. Unfortunately, there's a castle barricade there. So I'm going to wait and see. Danmar's going to melee through the second one here. And this guy gets so kill hungry, he destroys his own castle barricade, giving Blackbeard a clear line of sight into the objective area. I thought I heard movement from the back, but I decide I'm just going to shoot the remote gas grenade because it is a bit of a distraction to me. I'm looking where the vapor trails are, and I see it coming from the left side of the room, so I'm going to move in and peek that. But then I hear right, and I decide to back out because I realize they do have a pulse. So I push forward a little more. Push forward, checking, hear the pulse, and I back up all the way. I hear him strip that Nitro Cell out. So I know they have a pulse, something unknown, and a rook. So I'm going to flashbang the area, and here I'm trying to get the team to push a little more, but Glaz is kind of trapped in that room. The room to the right is completely reinforced, so all we have is this corridor to work with. Luckily I got Blackbeard, and they have a deployable shield in front of that door there. It is a bit back though, so I do have to enter in order to fully use that as cover. And you're going to see me pop shots on here, which I believe it's going to be a pulse and a mute that they have. So they have 2 Nitro Cells still active, and they're going to waste one of them here in a moment. There's one going out, so that's mute's Nitro Cell gone. And I did put a few rounds of the Mark 17 in him, so he is kind of weak there. Now I'm just doing a Pika's advantage here, and there's Pulse tossing his Nitro Cell, so they are out of Nitro right now. We're free to push in with force if we wanted to. However, we are taking it kind of slow. You can see our Glaz is trying to make a roof entrance here. I kill the mute finally, and we bring it down to a 3v2. However, our Thatcher is pretty weak, and Glaz will not be that useful on this one. So it's really up to me and Thatcher to kind of push in and get the jump on the enemy. I'm kind of playing it safe here. You're going to see, I believe our Glaz takes care of Pulse when he drops in here. And then I flashbang their Rook. I don't know what happens here. I think he DBNOs both our Glaz and our Thatcher. No, he kills Thatcher there, or he kills Glaz with the headshot there. Thatcher's down but not out, and you saw how many rounds I pumped into that Rook. It was ridiculous. So the Rook's going to play around a little bit, teabag, you know, do his thing, and just let Thatcher bleed out. So it was a good run by our part. That would have secured the victory for us because this is casual we're playing on. Unfortunately, Rook with armor is a complete sponge, and I start raging about that. I had my mic muted for it, but yeah, I was raging on that. It was ridiculous. But yeah, that seems to be an issue I have, is sometimes I forget I have a melee button, and when I need to melee, it is too late half the time. So I'm going to stick with the Rook pick here for this defending round, and it'll actually work in our favor, because when we first played them to get our first round win on them, they played a Glaz, Blackbeard, and I think a Twitch, all with the marksman rifles. No, their Blackbeard had the Mark 17, but they were playing very, very slow, and we had the luggage one, so there were 2 entrances they could come in, and we kind of decided after a while, we're just going to hold in and let them push us. And you see we get the same kind of location here. I'm going to drop the plates. I believe everybody grabs them this time. Usually 1 or 2 are left over. But everyone kind of runs back, grabs them when they need them. And we're kind of figuring out which one do we really think they're going to come through. I decided to barricade up the luggage side, as that one does take a little bit more time to get through. And you can see my nasty drone shooting. There we go, I get it finally. Set up the other reinforcement here. Teammate's going to finish up the wall. And you can see me there, solid threes across the board. But that's going to change by the end of this round. There's still one armor left, so I point that out to him. Castle's going to barricade the back, so we will know if they come through the back, because they will have to breach that or try to quote-unquote silently come through. But I am setting down barbed wire, so it will take them a little while to get through, and we'll be able to hear it even better with a castle barricade on there. Castle's going to come back around, and he's going to actually castle barricade that. But the round has started. Hopefully he will come back around. Don't worry about that. I know that much. He's castle barricading the front, and then he's going to come back to the back and castle barricade that. Use up resources from the defender, or from the attackers. So I'm going to play the far back corner by luggage and watch the cameras there every now and then. We put a deployable shield up in front. That's castle, like I said, barricading that up. I don't agree with the deployable shield, simply because Blackbeard. In all honesty, Blackbeard actually did make the deployable shield almost useless, unless they're not playing a Blackbeard. Because all he has to do is pivot on it if you put it in a really bad situation, like a doorway right there, and it's over. So teammates are going to sit by the murder holes we made. However, they get up too close to him, and one of them gets easily picked. The other one kind of gets shot up a little bit. I believe that was Castle that did. We do have a lot of roamers, so I believe it is just me and Castle. I hear the thermite charge go off, and I'm kind of peeking through, and I see his head peek out, so I'm just going to spray a little bit, and I do get the headshot on him. Peeker's advantage, man. There's still one more pushing in through that left side there. So I'm waiting in anticipation for the push there. One of them marks something, so I do get ready for another push. I see the black eye cam go off, so I'm waiting for it. And I do see Gloss pass by, and I believe he saw me, so he's going to try to peek there. No idea how I didn't get the headshot. I hit the camera, apparently. So I'm going to crouch there, get a different angle on him, and take out their Gloss. Now we got Thatcher and one more left. I forget who the last guy is, but I don't think it matters. We kill him anyways. So I'm getting shot right now. Oh no, the last guy is Blackbeard. We haven't killed their Blackbeard yet, I believe. And I'm sitting at 5 health. And our castle isn't looking too good, if you see that in the top there. Castle's not looking too good. We're both really low health. Nothing but headshots will win us this victory. Now, I feel pretty safe from the back here, so all they really could have done was have Thatcher come through the back, and I see them breach this wall here, and that gives me a much better line of sight to see what they're doing. And oh, it's Fuse. Okay, Fuse is the last one. So now I'm just kind of waiting. If they push in, I have an easy line of sight. There you go, clean up Fuse there. And now all that's left is Thatcher. So now here comes the mind games. I have 5 health. I'm not going to take a bullet. Thatcher, I have no idea how much health he has. I have no idea where he's at. I have a secure back, though. So the only place I believe he can come through is the front. However, I do hear the breach behind. So now I'm thinking, alright, he might come from behind. So I move in here. But as I'm thinking that, I'm also thinking he might try to pinch around, thinking that I'm only going to watch the back now. So I sit here in this little room here, not expecting him to come through the doorway on the right. You can see I'm trying to hide my gun on the side there. Luckily, we do have a black eye in that hallway, and he does mark him. So you're going to see me move up here in just a moment. And I'm checking for feet there at the bottom, because I realize 15 seconds left. He's not coming around if he hasn't by now, and he's going to come through that way. So there's the marking from the teammate, and I just spray through the breach, and I get the headshot. He did not move out of the way in time. And that secures us the win. It was a hard-fought win, I will say, but it was... That's why you don't whittle down your time. It makes it so easy to spot where you're coming from.